I have 15 pets. Look who's home. Hello friends, welcome to a new vlog. So I literally just finished last week's vlog because I have very exciting news, and rather than having you wait forever to know about it, sorry you had to wait a week to know, I adopted some fish. So this was very, I wouldn't say super spontaneous, because honestly I've been wanting to get fish for a couple of months now, but just haven't committed further than doing research on what that would take. And suddenly one of my coworkers posted on our online bulletin board at work that she is selling her fish tank. So I believe there's like 6 to 8 fish in there, including 2 snails who I already love. So it's a freshwater tank. I believe she said it's a 10 to 15 gallon tank, so I don't know if that means it's 10 or 15, like it can't be in between, so it's one or the other. And I don't really know what the circumstances is. I know that she's going through quite a bit of family trouble at the moment, so I don't know if that's it, but she's selling the whole tank with all the critters in it and their food and all the equipment for pretty cheap, I think. So I messaged her about it and told her I was interested but wanted to think about it. So I thought about it all last night, and I talked to like my parents just to like see what they would think, even though it would not be anything they would have to deal with. It's, you know, it'd be at my house, my responsibility. And they're like, you know, you've been talking about getting fish for a while. This seems like a good deal. It's already an established tank, so do what you will. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it. So I'm adopting them. I'm excited. She's had this tank for 2 years, and she actually got it from another coworker that she had worked with. So she adopted it from that coworker, and then now she's putting it up for sale, which I imagine is because of some issues she's having in her personal life. But I'm excited. So I went to Petco today, and I did have to buy, of course, some SpongeBob decor. Like, oh, what else would I get? So I'm gonna put SpongeBob decor in there because that is just true peak me. If you don't know, I love SpongeBob, and I am unashamed to say that, being 23, I love SpongeBob. I will watch SpongeBob. It's great. So it's even better as an adult, I will say. Like, it's great. So I had to go buy those, and then I did go buy just a few things that I imagine she may have, but just in case. And the main reason to go there was for buckets. So I got 2 5-gallon buckets that are just going to be for the aquarium use. One of them I'm going to be collecting reverse osmosis water to then, you know, be able to add into the tank, because I think our plan tomorrow is to drain as much of the tank water as we can into one of my 5-gallon buckets. I'm gonna bring it with me so I could take it with me, because it already has all that good bacteria in it, and the fish already, you know, are acclimated to that water. And then keep the fish in their tank, because it's not a very big tank, and I think that would stress them out less to just keep them in there. And she doesn't live very far from me. She literally lives like 5 minutes away, so it wouldn't be like they're going very far. And then we're gonna bring them home, and I'm gonna put the water from the bucket back into their tank and get, you know, the filter back on and the heater, and kind of get them back situated. And I'm excited. So it's happening. It's happening, friends. And I think this is a good start to a fish tank because it already has the bacteria built up in it, and I don't have to do that. I don't have to like cycle the fish tank or whatever. I've been doing a lot of research the past couple of months, and also this week. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So what I spent the entire evening doing tonight was building a fish tank stand, which was like the most difficult thing I've ever built. Like, I've built a lot of stuff in this house. Like, I've built bookshelves, I've put together so many things. I've done it all, okay? That stupid shelf was so hard. I even broke one of the screws, which I don't even know how I did that. So it's pretty sturdy though. Like, that thing is so heavy. I struggled getting it in my car, and I struggled bringing it up the like 20 stairs to bring it upstairs. So I love it though. It's really nice, and it has shelves underneath it, and I could store all the fish stuff in there. I also bought some like water test, water conditioner, because my water is well water, so it does have quite a few minerals in it, but it does go through a softener and a reverse osmosis system to drink from, and I did do a test on it and everything came out perfect. So hopefully that'll be good water for the little fishies, but I'm so excited. So I will have to name them, and I want to name them all SpongeBob related names. So I think I already named the snails Gary and Larry. I'm just gonna pull a bunch of different SpongeBob references and name all these fish SpongeBob names. I'm so excited. Shower, I'm picking them up tomorrow at 1 p.m. So I'm very hyped, and I really hope, what I'm most nervous about is getting them here. Like, I think once I get them here and get them set up, everything's gonna be just fine. And I'm also a little nervous that they are older fish, like the breeds of fish that she has in there. She has some tetra and a Cory catfish. And there's like some other thing that looks like a loach. I think it's pronounced L-O-A-C-H. It looks like that. She's not sure what it is. But they're all a little bit older. So I'm like, I don't know if adopting like senior citizen fish is maybe the best idea. But I am excited to give them a new home. And at the very least, you know, let them live out their days comfortably with me. And at least, oh, there goes that stupid four-wheeler guy. He four-wheelers up and down my driveway every night at like 8 o'clock. Anyways, to say the least, I am hyped and looking forward to bringing home all my little squishy fishies. So, as for reading, I'm currently just reading The Familiar, but I do hope to finish that this weekend because other than getting the squishy fishies tomorrow, I do have a family dinner tomorrow. Otherwise, it should be pretty chill. So I'm hoping to just get reading done, get chores done, and relax as much as possible. So I think that's really all I have for updates. I do think I will be starting a new audiobook tomorrow because I currently have, let me pull it up, Murder Road by Simone St. James on, hold on, Holly's about to jump up in the cat tree. I do have Murder Road by Simone St. James. Check it out from Libby right now. I believe it's the Evernight April book, just from based off of what they said. So that's my guess. I'm not sure because my box hasn't arrived yet. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna go do more relaxing and drink more water because I am very parched. And we'll chat tomorrow when I have fishies. Look who's home. I am obsessed with them. Look at how cool. So there's 11 fish and 2 snails. This is one of them. That's Gary. The other one is down here chilling. That's Larry. And the 2 eel-looking fish, I think are what are called horse-headed loach or loach. But then there's some tetra, there's 2 catfish, and I'm obsessed with them. They are so awesome. And of course I had to put SpongeBob in his house in here. This piece of driftwood is one that she already had, so I just put that back. Same with the plant. And then of course I added Patrick and the Squidward house, of course. I'm obsessed with them. They are so cool. I decided to put them in the sitting room because this is a pretty central area. It's kind of like a second living room, I guess. So as soon as you come up the stairs, you're in the sitting room, as I call it, which I thought would be a good spot for them so people who come over can see them. And they're not in the living room and they're not in my bedroom, which is where I was going to put them originally. And I'm really glad I didn't because this filter, not that I don't want to hear it, but it is kind of loud and I'm already a really poor sleeper. So having to listen to that, I think I would just die. So happy I actually set it up in here. It fits perfectly in here and I was able to find a spare battery backup that I had and was able to plug in everything in there. So in case we get any power glitches, they should be covered for at least, you know, 30 minutes or more. But I'm so excited. So the owner I do know, like I worked with her for a couple years. It's nice that I can be able to contact her if I have any questions or anything happens. But I'm just gonna let them relax for the rest of the day and then we'll see how they are doing tomorrow. She cleaned the tank today, which I actually really appreciate. I do see a little bit of like gunky spots here and there, but I might just wait and do that next weekend just to not stress them out more, you know, having moved houses and all of that. But I am so happy with them. They are so cool. So I'm just gonna sit here and read my little book. I'm gonna try to finish The Familiar before my niece and nephew go over to my parents' house and I go over there to play and have dinner. So I'm gonna try to get that done and enjoy my little fishy tank, and I will chat with you all later. But yeah, I'm so excited. Did I say there's 11 fish and 2 snails? I don't know if I did. So there's 4 neon tetra. There's 3 other tetra that I don't know the name. I'm guessing they're x-ray tetra from my research, and 2 snails and 2 catfish, Cory catfish. So I've been doing tons of research on all of them. Honestly, I've been researching fish for months now, but I've been specifically doing research on these types of fish, and they sound really easy to take care of. And I'm just so excited. Hello friends, it is later on Saturday. I'm still just as obsessed with my little squishy fishies. They're so cute. I can't stop calling them that. But I'm obsessed with them. They're so cute. They're definitely a lot more calm now. They were a little freaked out earlier, but she gave me some stress relief stuff, which I did buy a bottle as well. And I did like a half a dose of that in their tank, and that was a miracle worker. Everyone like immediately calmed down, and the little, I don't know how to pronounce them, the little eel looking fish, they are doing so well. Like they're playing in my little SpongeBob decor, and they're like chasing each other, and they're just having the best time. The snails are so stinking cute. Gary and Larry, I'm obsessed with them. So I'm just obsessed. Like I sat over by the fish tank and read for like an hour this evening. It was so nice. But surprisingly, it is like 9 p.m. and it's still this bright. I'm just shocked. I can't believe the night is just escaping me. But I wanted to come on here and tell y'all that I have finished The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo, which is sitting over there. And I'm sad to say I didn't like love it. I think it's a 3.5 for me. I did quite enjoy the atmosphere, and the characters I thought were quite interesting. Like, I don't remember his name, but like the main guy, like the kind of demon guy or whatever, I don't know. He was really cool. I really liked him, and Luzia was cool, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was like me being kind of slumpy while reading it made me not totally love it, but it's a 3.5 for me. Still a book that I would recommend, and I honestly think I would read it again because it is a standalone, which I very much appreciate. And I liked it. Like, there was a lot of really good parts of it. It just doesn't feel like a 4-star read. It definitely is giving me 3-star vibes, but it was still pretty good. So, like I said, it's like 9 p.m., which I'm shocked by. And I think I want to watch a movie. Like, I'm really feeling like watching a movie. So I think I'm going to try to find something on Netflix to watch. Maybe make some popcorn and just relax. I haven't been feeling the greatest today. Like, my stomach has just been a mess. I think it's because of the pizza that I ate yesterday. There is this one pizza from a locally owned pizza place here that has this amazing like a pickle garlic pizza. I know it sounds disgusting, okay, but it is so good. It's like a garlic white sauce with pickles, and it's just like my favorite thing ever. But every time I eat it, I seem to get sick because I've been like in bed all day. So I don't think I should eat that anymore as much as I love it, which is real sad. I also think I'm having like an IBS kind of attack thing, and I think it also has to do with my period because that's all happening right now. It's just a great time to be alive. So I think I want to watch a movie, like I said, maybe have some popcorn. I maybe make some in my air popper thing. It's so nice. I love that thing. And just relax for the evening. And then I will be starting a new book tonight. I have 2 in mind, and either one of them would be for a video that I started like at least a month ago and have been waiting to get to these books, and they're on my Our Fantasy bingo card, which I need to do as well. So that is the plan on that. And then, oh, I also started an audiobook today that I did not talk to you guys about. I started Murder Road, I think it's called. It's the latest Simone St. James book. I'm hooked. This is such an intriguing book. I'm so interested to see what's going to happen next. So we follow this couple who have known each other for a few months and have recently been married, and they're on their honeymoon, and they are taking a road trip to go to their honeymoon place. And they're traveling at night and they come across this girl who's walking on the side of the road, and being the kind of people they are, they stop to ask her if everything's okay, if she wants a ride, and she gets in the vehicle and they go their way. And it turns out that this girl has been like stabbed, like mortally wounded, and so they rush her to the hospital and sadly she dies. And so now they are being accused of murdering her, and that's kind of where we're going from here. And so they're kind of doing their own little investigation of things. It's very intriguing. Like, I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen, and like, this isn't the first time this has happened. Like, people are like dying on this road, which is why they call it like Murder Road. So it's very intriguing. So I'm gonna keep listening to that and hopefully finish it tomorrow. I only have 3 hours left of the audiobook, and I still need to do quite a few chores because I wasn't feeling well like all day today, so I was basically in bed all day. And then when I went to my parents' house for my niece and nephew to come over, my nephew got really sick while he was there, which was really sad. So they had to go home, and so we didn't really get to hang out with them, which was sad. But we had a good dinner, and then I came home, checked on the fishy squishies because I was just worried that, I don't know, I just had this like horrible thought that like, what if I didn't build this tank stand right, and like, what if they're splattered all over the floor? And I was just like, oh no. So I raced home and they're perfectly fine. I even whipped out my level and made sure. Actually, the tank is perfectly level. I'm shocked. The stand is like the tiniest little bit maybe off, but the tank is 100% level, which makes me feel so relieved. And also I was like jumping around by the tank and like trying to see how steady and sturdy it is. Didn't even move. So I'm gonna stop freaking out that it's just gonna tip over, because honestly, I don't think it will. It's so heavy. I could barely carry it up the stairs with it having just a little bit of water in it. So I can't imagine trying to push that thing over with it full. Like, it's heavy. I bet you it's at least 100 pounds or more when it's completely full. And I'm also starting to think this tank is a 20-gallon tank, because I bought a 20-gallon stand thinking that the tank was gonna be a little small and then, you know, it'd work out, and it fits this stand perfectly. So I almost feel like it's a 20-gallon tank and not a 15. I don't know. But I will admit, this does make me want to buy more fish. I think fish might be a new hobby of mine. What do they call that? Aquarius? Like, what do you call people who have fish as like a hobby? Is it a hobby, or is it having pets? I don't know, but I'm gonna really enjoy telling people that I have 15 pets. Like, that's gonna be my new thing, you know? Do you have any pets? Oh yeah, I have 15. Yeah, I'm gonna love telling people that. So, anywho's, I'm gonna go and figure out what I'm gonna do. And oh, I also started to make some truffles. They're still setting up in the fridge, like the mixture for them, but I bought this stuff at this store that I didn't mean to buy. I think it's like creme fraiche. I'm not saying that right, but I thought I was buying something else. That's not what I meant to buy. So I looked up a recipe for it, and you can make truffles, and I had everything for it, because you just need chocolate, that stuff, and some cocoa powder, which I have. So that mixture is currently sitting in the fridge. So as soon as it's ready, I'm gonna try to make some truffles, and hopefully that's yummy. But anywho, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'll chat with you all later. Hello friends, my hair's looking weird. It's fine. It is 8 p.m. on Sunday. I have the Sunday scaries. How is the weekend so short? Like, I feel like it was just Friday and now I have to go back to work tomorrow. Like, what in tarnation? But it was a very, very good weekend. I mean, I got the fishies. That is great. And I got a bunch of cleaning done. I got a bunch of outdoor chores done and indoor chores done. I did a lot of like plant cleanup. There's just a couple plants that have been looking kind of sad, so I repotted a couple, and then one of my snake plants has gotten really big, so I was actually able to split it up into 3 plants. And of course Holly's choosing now to eat, so we're gonna go over here. But yeah, so my parents actually came over for dinner, which was nice. So I cooked one of my absolute favorite pasta dishes and had broccoli and some homemade truffles that I made, which were amazing. And they got to check out the fish tank, which I'm still just like, wow. Wow, I will say, Gary gave me quite a scare today. He was just like sitting in the corner of the tank, not moving. It's like, hello? Are you okay? Gary is my rabbit snail. Let me just show you because he is moving and grooving now because I woke him up. I think he was sleeping. So I'm so sorry, Gary, for waking you, but you were giving me a scare. He's so cool. I think I need to go to Petco sometime this week. Hello, there we go. I think I need to go to Petco sometime. I need to get some algae wafers because that's like the one thing that I don't have. And with all my research, it sounds like that's something I should have for my bottom feeders. So that'll be fun. I also want to get Squidward for my tank, like a little Squidward figurine, because I have his house and it just feels wrong not having Squidward. So I'm gonna try to look for that at Petco, and yeah. But otherwise, I'm so excited with these fish. They are so easy to take care of so far. We will see how cleaning goes. I've done lots of research on how to do that, and it doesn't seem too bad. So that'll be for next week because she did clean the tank before I picked it up, which was nice. And then they got almost a 100% water change with traveling and stuff. So I'll do a little cleaning next week and we'll see how it goes. But my battery's flashing. But what I came on here to tell you all is that I just finished Murder Road by Simone St. James. I've been listening to this and it was fine. It's probably a 3-star for me. I feel like I started to not pay attention as much to it towards the end of it. I just feel like it was a really drawn out book and I just was not starting to care about it anymore. So I was really intrigued at first and then it just started to lose interest for me. So I think it's gonna be a 3-star. Like, it's not bad. But I'm kind of disappointed that so far all of the Evernight subscription books that I have read are 3 stars. Like, I think I've had 1 4-star. So that makes me kind of reevaluate the value of Evernight. Plus, I think they're picking books that I would not call horror. So I don't know who is deciding these books because the ones that I've read are more like mysteries. Like, they're not horror, you know? So I don't know. It's going okay though, so I think I'm going to continue more with the Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. I'm obsessed with the audiobook. Did I even tell you I started that? I don't think I did because I finished The Familiar yesterday, gave it 3 stars, and I started the Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. I got like 10 pages into it, but the audiobook is so good. So I'm absolutely loving listening to that. So definitely gonna get further into that tonight. I think I'm actually gonna go get ready for bed now because I'm just tired and I have a headache and I just like kind of want to get in bed. So I think I'm gonna turn off the lights for the fishy squishies and head on over to bed. I did have to take a shower after doing all my outdoor chores, so I don't have to take a shower tonight, which is nice. And yeah, so toodaloo, and I will chat with you all later. Let's hope this is a good fast week. That's what I want, a fast week. I feel like these weeks are dragging, but yeah, toodaloo. Long time no talk and I'm super orange. It's been an absolute chaotic week and let's maybe try to fix this lighting situation. I think I'm making it worse. Oh well. Yeah, it's been absolute chaos. It's just been like extremely busy at work. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I can't even think straight, kind of busy. So I haven't really been reading much because of that. Like, I get home, I do my workout, I hang out with my fish for a little bit, play with the cats, take a shower, and get ready for bed. And usually I'm so tired I only read like 10 pages and then I'm out. So it's been a time. But it's all going good, like it's all fine, but it's just been chaotic. But I'm currently 56 pages into the Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi and I'm having the best time with it. It is so good. I was hoping this book would kind of pull me out of my fantasy slump that I was kind of getting into, and I think it is. So that's going great. And then I did start the audiobook, if I can grab it without knocking over all my books. Let's see. There we go. I am also listening to Rouge by Mona Awad. This is my in-person book club pick for May, and I have to have this read by next week, so I'm just gonna start chipping away at it. I am so far only as far in as I was the first time I tried to read this book, so I'm only like maybe 20% into it, and I remember a good deal of the details, but I'm at the point where I DNF'd it last time as well, because this is the point where I'm like, this is too much stream of consciousness for me, which I just hate in books. Like I hate it, truly. So I don't know. The audiobook is helping me get through it this time, but I'm still not loving it, which is unfortunate. But that's all I really got for reading. I did buy some more things for my fish tank, of course. I have mentioned this a few times, but I have a very obsessive personality. When I get into something, I go hard. I just dive off the deep end with things that I love. Like, I just go a little insane. Like, when I got the cats, I bought them like 3 cat trees and like a million toys. And yeah, so with these fish, I kind of went off the deep end as well. But I'm kind of glad I did, because I ended up buying them a couple different types of food, because I noticed particularly that the bottom feeders, the Cory catfish that I have, were not the most enthused about the pellets that the lady gave me that they've been eating. So I bought them some sinking like little wafers, and oh my gosh, I have not seen them so excited for food since I brought them home. They were so excited. I gave them one tonight just to see if they'd like it, and they were both sharing one. It was so cute. So I think that is a plus. Oh, hello. And then I also bought a master freshwater aquarium water tester kit. That was so expensive, but it's 800 tests in the kit because you have all these droppers, and it was like a science experiment. So I learned that the strips that you dip in the water are not very accurate. So I decided tonight, I had a little time, so I went ahead and did a full water test. I did the ammonia, nitrate, nitrite, and pH, and I'm super happy to say that nitrite was 0. Nitrate was under 40 ppm. It was at 20 ppm, which was fantastic. Ammonia was at a whopping 0, and pH was exactly where it should be, which is 7.4. So I'm extremely happy about that, because I've just been worried that I'm not taking care of them. Like, I don't know, I've never had fish that I've properly taken care of. Like, now that I have fish that are actually healthy and that are in a proper environment, I never realized how poorly my childhood fish were kept. Like, I had one betta fish growing up, and it was in a tank by itself, as it should be, but there was no decorations. There was nothing but water, not even substrate, and there was no filter, there was no heater. Like, no wonder why that poor fish died so quickly. It was not properly taken care of, and I'm really realizing that now. And like, I've been telling my mom like about my fish tank and stuff every day. She's like, wow, no wonder why all the fish I had growing up never lived, because we didn't have filters and we didn't use heaters and all that. So it's been an amazing learning experience, and I'm grateful that my like almost year of research on fish has really paid off, because I went back and looked, and I had a list going on Amazon for fish things that I wanted to buy, because I was seriously considering getting a fish at the time. That was in August of 2023. Like, that's how long I've been wanting to get fish. And it's just now, like, basically May of 2024 that I got them. But another thing that I really make myself do when I want something like that is to do an extensive amount of research, like so much research, and also look into the cost. Like, what is it going to cost me to keep up these fish? Am I going to be able to do that? And I definitely think so. I'm really excited to have these fish. I'm really excited that they are already in an established tank, and I don't have to deal with starting a tank. I do feel inspired to start my own tank, like go through the whole nitrogen cycle, I think it's called, to cycle a tank and get it ready for fish. But I think I'll just stick with one tank for now. Like, I don't want to get too crazy with getting a bunch of fish, because I just don't want to get too obsessive with it, because I see that happening, because I'm really loving having fish, and it's just so rewarding when they, you know, eat the food I give them, and like I hang out with them and they're just poking around all the SpongeBob stuff. It's just so cute. So I did order a few little doodads for them, and hopefully they'll be here this weekend. And then I also bought some stuff for their water specifically, because my tap water has small traces of arsenic in it because I have well water, so it's not good for drinking, so I don't use it for drinking. It's not enough to hurt you, you know, washing dishes, taking a shower or whatever, but definitely not ingesting. So I'm not using that for the fish because I don't want them to ingest it. So I'm using reverse osmosis water, which is clear of all that, but it's also lacking a lot of minerals for the fish tank. So I just bought a couple of things, some sea chem stuff. I'm so sorry if this is boring. I'm just, like I said, when I get hooked on something, I have to talk about it so much, which I swear Instagram has diagnosed me with autism at this point, because the more like reels that I see of people like, if you have this, and this, you're likely autistic. And I'm like, the more I see of these, the more I'm like, I think I am. And like the tests that I've taken, like the radar test, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but it's like the RAADR, I think it is. Like I've taken all of their tests and they've all resulted in results that also agree with that. So yeah, I'm kind of scared to like get officially tested. Like I don't know if I want to do that. But Instagram has basically confirmed that for me, which is explains a lot. Explains way too much. Anyways, that's too deep of a conversation for 9:25 on a Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday. Wow, it does not feel like Tuesday. Yeah, so I'm gonna go so I can take a shower and hopefully have a couple minutes to read, and I will chat with you all later. I don't really have much more to update on. I'm just obsessing over my fish tank, and I love them. Okay, goodbye. Hello friends. Oh my gosh, my hair looks ridiculous, which is why I scheduled a haircut appointment today to get it trimmed up. So I go see my hairdresser on Wednesday next week, and I have been like avoiding her. Like I adore her. She's like a family friend I've known since I was like a little kid, but because I've cut my own bangs, I'm just like so nervous to see her because I know she's gonna like rip me apart for doing that, because I've never done that in my life. Like even through my whole teenager phase, I saw her and never once did I cut my hair, which honestly astounds me. I don't know what kind of mental break happened that made me do that, but it's an unfortunate accident. So I guess my mom already told her that I cut it, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna give her a hard time for it. I'm like, oh yeah, I know. I know. But she's like, everyone thinks they're a hairdresser. And I'm like, yep, it's harder than it looks, cause case in point. So hoping she can maybe help try to blend them in a little bit, because it just looks so weird with the rest of my hair. I don't want them cut any shorter, but maybe she could work some magic. She always has some like nifty little things that she could do to my hair that makes it seem so much longer, even though she's like cutting off stuff. I don't know how she does it. She has the magic. But before I get too much off on a tangent, I do have book mail, which is always exciting. So I believe I know what both of these are, but we're gonna open them. Literally, why? Why does this have to happen legitimately every time? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So, dun, 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 dun. Ooh, it's like really soft. I like this cover. I love the spine. Oh, that's so cute. So I have A Funny Story by Emily Henry. I think this may be my last chance for Emily Henry, because let's see, what books has she written? Is it gonna tell me? Because I can't remember all of them. Here we go. Happy Place was okay. Book Lovers, I don't think I loved Book Lovers. People We Meet on Vacation, I think was maybe my favorite one I've read of hers, and then Beach Read was meh. So I think this is maybe my last chance to love an Emily Henry book, which is unfortunate. I'm actually really pleased to see that I've read all of her books that she's written. So this one sounds good. Like all her premises always sound good, but it's never like quite it for me. But look at this spine, it's so cute. I just love it. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm gonna try to listen to the audiobook on Spotify at some point this month if I can. And now my Evernight subscription. So let's crack this critter open. A little fright for your night. Okay. Let's see if I'm correct, because I'm pretty sure I am. I am. So the book is Murder Road by Simone St. James, which I have already read, which is actually nice because then I know I've read it. Ooh, okay. It's really wrapped up. Ooh, okay. Look at this cover. It's so like 90s, like, what's the word I'm coming up with? Like 90s horror. And that car, I think my dad actually has one of those. That actually looks like a GTX, possibly? I don't know. I grew up around classic cars and yet still can't pick them out in a picture. But look at that sprayed edge. That is so pretty. My camera does not want to focus on that. That is absolutely stunning. I'm so sorry my camera's not cooperating. There you go. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. And there's like these like Polaroid pictures and the naked book. Okay, this is probably one of my favorites that they've done. It really matches the aesthetic of the book. And we come around and look at the back. Wow, Aluminum Crate did real good on this one. Sadly, I'm not like obsessed with this book. I do think it was pretty good though. Like, I didn't hate it by any means. I just feel like the first half of the book was so good and the second half was so not. But I enjoyed it and I'm happy to have such a gorgeous edition of it on my shelves. Added to my shelves with it already being read, which is a priority of mine, that when I buy books, I'm gonna try to buy them and have them already be read, or they're gonna be pre-orders, because I am addicted to pre-ordering things. Because then it's like my own subscription service to myself, you know? Because like, I buy a book and it'll arrive to me later. But anyways, I feel like there was something else I was gonna tell y'all. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, so it's just been a really busy week. Like, tomorrow's Thursday. Like, what in tarnation? This week is going by so fast, which I do appreciate on the one hand because it means the weekend is coming up sooner. But it also just means that I haven't had time to do like anything really. Like, I don't know. I just have so much that I want to do when I get off work and I really just don't have the time to do it. But I'm really trying and I really want to read more, but this week has just not been the week to do that. And this weekend is a tad busy, but not too bad. I do have a family like dinner barbecue to celebrate my brother's birthday. So that's cool, but that's in the evening. So I'll have all day to, you know, do chores and whatever. So yeah, kittens are doing well. Holly. Maybe Holly will join us. Do you want to come say hi to the people? The people want to say hi to you. Hi, Big Fluff. You stink. Why do you smell like a stinky kitten? I don't know why you smell so bad. Anywho, so sorry that this vlog is probably going to be super short because I forgot to vlog the other day and I feel like I'm just not vlogging very much. Okay, girl, you seriously smell. I don't know why you stink so bad. But anyways, it is 8:35. I should go take a shower and get ready for bed. I'm kind of debating if I want to curl my hair tonight, like do really quick 5-minute curls and then I'll have like kind of wavy curly hair tomorrow. That might be kind of cute. I might try to do that. Anywho's, I'll stop rambling and I'll chat with you all later. I am so sorry, friends. This week really got away from me in terms of vlogging. I feel like I really didn't vlog very much, but it also was kind of a boring week. So not a whole lot happened. Like, it was a pretty normal work week for me, but yeah, I guess like one little thing that kind of happened this week is my mom has a new coworker who is working in her department and her son just moved up here and is staying with her and is like trying to find a job and stuff, and he's like really close in my age. I think he's like a year younger than me. And so my mom, oh, hello Holly. Thank you so much for interrupting. Please don't put your butt on camera. Nobody wants to see that. Thank you. So anyways, we met the other day and it was interesting. I don't really have anything else to say because we just briefly said like hi in the hallway with his mom there, like because she really wanted to introduce us, I guess. And yeah, so very interesting, Holly, very interesting. So I will say he's a lot taller than me, which I appreciate. Anywho, so let's get into books. So I again DNF'd Rouge. I made it further this time. Please don't lick me. I don't like that. I made it further into Rouge this time. I got 36% into it before I DNF'd it. So yay for getting further, but I DNF'd it again. So yeah, I hate the writing style of this book. I absolutely hate how stream of conscious it is, and that nothing feels rooted in reality, and it all just seems very dreamlike, which I just hate. I hate that. Like, I don't know. I don't like our main character. I don't care about the plot. Nothing is interesting, and I'm done wasting my time. So I DNF'd that, and I only got like a chapter into House of Earth and Blood via audiobook at work today, so I don't know if I want to continue with that. It's on my list to read for the month because I'd like to continue with my Sarah Janet along thing I'm doing with myself, but we'll just see. And then I'm still reading The Adventures of Amina El-Sarafi, which is incredible. I'm loving it so much, honestly. I think the audiobook really brings a whole new level to this story. It makes it so fun to read. There's like all these little things they do in the audiobook that just make it so good. So loving that, hoping to get a really good chunk of that read in the next vlog, because this week was just not the week for reading. So very sorry about that. I imagine this vlog is like so short, and I didn't even film any b-roll because I swear I just would get home from work, I would feed the cats, check on the fish, I would change into my workout gear, work out, have dinner, and then make my lunch for the next day, kind of tidy up around the house and take a shower and be in bed, and it's like I have 10 minutes to read. So it's been like that all week, and it's been chaos. Oh, and I did start an audiobook as well, which I totally forgot about. This title messes me up every single time. I think it's like Someone You Can Build a Nest In. I think it's what it's called. It's the book of the month pick for the Our Fantasy book club on Goodreads. And this will complete my hard mode for the Our Fantasy bingo, because you have to read a book that is a book club selection for that month and participate in the discussion. So I've been waiting to fill a book with this. Originally it was a book of M, but I DNF'd it, and DNFs don't count for Our Fantasy bingo. So I'm listening to this. I should get it done in the next vlog because it's a pretty short audio. I'm liking it okay. I wanted it to be more horrific, but it's really not. So it's fine, but it's nothing like incredible. But anywho, yet again, so sorry, this vlog is probably so boring and was just not what I really wanted. You know, I don't know. That's just how it goes, I guess. So hopefully the next vlog will be a little bit better. I should be able to at least finish the books. I don't even know if I finished anything this week. I DNF'd Rouge. My brain's short-circuiting. I don't know. I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night. I don't know why. I wasn't reading or anything. I went to bed at my normal time, and I woke up at 1 a.m. and could not go back to sleep until like 5. So I am like equal parts exhausted and hyped up, which happens when I'm kind of sleep deprived, which makes it hard to sleep. But I just took a double dose of melatonin, and hopefully that'll knock me the heck out. And I'm also going to bed really early on a Friday night. It is not even 10 o'clock, and I'm gonna go to bed and hope that I can like wake up a little bit earlier than normal tomorrow and, you know, do all my chores. I want to check on the fish tank because I've been watching like lots of videos on when you should clean your tank, because it's been really clean since I've adopted all the fishy squishies, and I think it's because I did almost 100% water change when they came to live with me. So the water's like pretty good. Like, I wonder if I could push it out another week, but I'm gonna use my water test kit and test for the nitrates, and if that's kind of high, I'll do a water change, because nitrates is like, you know, waste from the fish, you know, poop and stuff and food that's uneaten. So if that's high, then I'll definitely do a little bit of a water change. But if it's like where it has been, I might just push it off till next week, because the previous owner said that she would do water changes every 2 to 4 weeks. So that's pretty good. Plus I have 2 snails in there who are doing a great job of keeping it really clean in there. So I'm not too worried. Plus I only feed the fish what they can eat in one sitting. and I bought them some new food and they're loving it, which makes me so happy because 2 of the catfish in the tank were not liking the food that I was feeding them, which was food that the previous previous fish owner gave me, and they were not eating it. So I got them these little tiny pellets that are specifically made for bottom feeders, and they have like meat and stuff in there, seafood that they like, and they've been loving it. That's so cute because the little catfish have these little whiskers and they'll just be all over those little pellets, and it just is adorable. And the loaches are starting to eat more, which makes me excited. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but they're basically eel looking fish, and they've been so shy since I adopted them, but they're finally coming out more. I saw them eat and share a little pellet. It was really cute. And of course the tetra, I'm not worried about them. They are doing great. They've been eating since day 1, so I'm not worried about them. But yeah, so I did buy them some frozen bloodworms, and I've been waiting till the weekend to see how that would go because I didn't want to do that on like a weekday when I don't have a ton of time to feed the fish and monitor them before I have to get ready for work. So this weekend I will feed them some bloodworms and see what they think, if that's something they enjoy as like a little addition to their food, because as I've been learning with fish, they love variety with their food, and honestly, I couldn't blame them. I love variety too. So I'm gonna quit blabbering and try to get a few pages read before I knock myself out because I'm so tired. So tired. Really hoping I can just sleep all night and then be really productive tomorrow. Tomorrow's kind of a busy weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna save that for the next vlog. But thank you all so very much for watching. If you made it this far, again, apologies for how short this vlog likely is, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!